Hi, everybody. This is Gerald DeRoche, developer of Designer. Today, we're going to be doing a live demo because I think it's the best way to display the capabilities of this system. Everything you're seeing today is just improvised. I have a slight script, but I'm kind of raw dogging it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to just, get in there, show you all the different things you can do. Um, you know, uh, talk my way through it. Try different things, show you guys what it can do. You know, yeah, just different stuff, fun stuff. Okay. So I also want to sort of a little bit of instruction as well, because I know it might look a little bit daunting and to use this, but trust me, it's built to be really super easy. You don't need to be a trained 3D artist with years of experience to get a fantastic result. So yeah. Anyways, before we begin, I want to say thank you to everybody that tested 1.1.0. I know there's a ton of bugs in that, and you got to start somewhere. I wanted to get it out there, and I think it was a little bit frustrating to use, but it works. So it worked ish. But you didn't have this level, so this is a brand new level I just developed. I'm very excited to. I'm going to do the demo today with this one. Let me see. I need what to load up one here. Let's load up. No, that's just cabinets, but that's part of the new stuff. Like, there's a whole bunch of new assets that have been added. The cabinet system is one of them. But what I want is maybe this one. Yeah. Let's load up this one. Okay, so this one's we got trees now. It's really fun. Lots of new stuff. New walls, a lot of new wall stuff included. Okay, so let's talk about the UI. So this UI is, the reason it is what it is it's a development UI. Okay, it's pretty bare bones because it's built for testing and add and remove features constantly. That's what the main focus is right now. So it's very flexible, very modular system. It will evolve into more user-friendly UI, right? Something like this is always going to be in the background. This is how I test this. This is a dev UI. So, but I mean, it's pretty easy to use. So let's go through it. So it's basically a left to right sort of modular system. So we have our adjustments first. So this is anything pertaining to an asset. If you want to move it, right? There's rotate, and you just click on it and drag to do stuff. So we have rotate and move on. You can just turn one on, right? It's really quite good. Rotate. There's an undo and undo and redo. So Control Z, undo. Shift Z, redo. That was a real fun one to make. It took me forever. Okay, next is model. This is all model stuff. So you can turn lights on and off, and you can add stuff. And how about we'll go quickly through this, and then I'll explain how to use it later. So yeah, you can add, delete, replace, and then there's some settings that are specific to some of the assets. Okay. Materials. Each asset, if you see here in the selected asset here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the different modifiable materials per asset. So click on the first one. Now you're adjusting the first material. So if this one's a fabric, I'm gonna hit the fabric and tough to black. Oops, gotta have it selected. And I'm just changing the material. Right? That's pretty cool. It works really well, and I could see how it would be much better on had a designed UI, but this is good for here. For now, to make sure it's working, right? Check all the logic and make sure everything's working together. That takes forever. Anyways, let's do let's Control Z that out back to our original. Perfect. And the next scene. So in here we have different views and depth of field. We're going to go into that a bit. There's lighting, right? All these different things. These sliders have controls. There's a level. There's 2 different levels so far. Just this one and the previous, right? And there's some settings that I'm working on. These are in development. Save load. This is another very powerful one. I've been just demonstrating that from the beginning. You can save and load, and it's based on a text file. So copy paste something into here, and it changes the build out, right? So let's put on this one then. I'm going to copy that, and I'm just pasting it in there, right? And we'll get more into it in a second. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, what else we got here? There's a bit more. Settings. These are some dev settings. One of them is for this setting, and one of them is for this. Yeah, we won't really be using. You don't really need these. It's more for me. And then you can exit the game. You can turn the menu off so you can see more. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Let's put the menu back on. All right, so yeah, this whole thing has a real-time lighting system. Everything is on all the time. We're not hitting any kind of rendering, right? You can do any time of day. We can rotate it based on what angle the actual site is. So we can go in here and we're gonna take the lighting and we're just gonna change the time of day. So now we're in night, right? And there's a lot of like different light switches here. So there's an accent light outside, and if I select that, turn it off and on. So that would be like based on. So let's obviously we need that on because we're in the day. But I mean, there's other things like cloud cover. So if I add more cloud cover, you're gonna see it's getting darker here, right? And that affects everything inside. This whole system is Unreal 5 lumens, so it uses bounce light. Yeah, so a few bounces anyways. Like it's not like V-Ray or Corona or anything, but it's pretty good, and it's real time, and we're getting like 80 frames per second. This is great. Okay. Like coming through the windows is always really great. So I like to take this one. I go to time of day. Let's take the cloud cover down. And I know the scene. So this whole scene's designed to be light fun, right? Oops. Yeah. Some of these controls you too. Everything is left click, by the way. Left click everything. If you hit the right click, you can pan about. So here we go. We're going to rotate the sky so we get the right angle we want with that light pouring in. And let's just take that down. Turn the cloud cover right off, and we got a nice bright day coming in. So here, I'll give you an example. So turn all these lights off. So let's go back to model here. Let's turn that light off, everything off, turn off. Might be a good thing to add later, like turn all lights off. That might be a cool feature to add. You know what I mean? Just got to make them. And then there's some actual room lights. Turn those off. Turn the kitchen lights off. And you can see like, this is bounce light. This room would be black if it was just like your regular just game lighting where it's just like shadows and direct light. This is like bounce light. Yeah. So another great thing about this thing is it has smart environments features, right? So all your walls and everything will hide automatically depending on your angle. This way, sometimes it doesn't do it exactly right. Let's put these lights back on. It's too dark in here now. I'm just going to put these on nice ambient lights. Oh, isn't that nice? All right. So you can see, I'm looking in here and I can get a nice angle on here. Imagine you can't take a photo through a wall, right? It's in the future I'm going to add like actual field of view controls, things like that. So yeah, I hide on automatically. This is great for doing any kind of plan stuff, right? Imagine imagine the power of this. It's great, right? And it's all real time again. So, you can be, the client wants, you can take this and we're just going to start moving it, Great. It's versatile, right? And I guess that goes into, moving stuff, right? Like let's talk about asset integration, placement tool, right? So in here, everything is it's this whole system is basically a placement system, right? So we're in here and we want to start adjusting things. This one is ceiling asset. So it's going to be able to slide around. And you see it's all real-time lighting as I move it around. And, maybe I need to start decorating over here in this corner. So let's start with a new ceiling light. So there's a pendant system, and this one, I'm looking over what it is. It says that it's pendant E. Hey man, a duplicate feature is coming soon. So let's put that in there. So we're going to have a light over this space. And then we're going to start adding maybe, it's good to start with like some sort of floor covering, right? So let's put a carpet E. We want that one. I know they're down here. Soon we're going to have like a search function, right? And this one is using, it's carpet E, but carpet E, the material, shit. Oh well. Let's go to materials, first material, and then down here we have some carpet materials, and we'll just change that to E. And select it, and there you go. And then let's add a nice, maybe sofa, right? A bit of a sofa here. Sofa, what one is this? I want like an L-shaped one. I know why they're in here. So this one I'm going to put here, and then I need to put it in place. Let's just rotate it. And we'll see if that fits. Yeah, let's fit it in, right? And then, we need some stuff on the wall. Let's change the material to match. So we've got a two-tone gray on there. Materials, that's going to be material 1, and fabric, two-tone gray. Where are you? There you go. Two-tone gray. Nice. So there's all kinds of other models. So let's see here. Let's put on some wall decor. And, I'm thinking a wall shelf, right? Let's see. That's just a little one. Oh, nice. Actually, don't mind that. That and that. We want them to interact. Cool. And then I want like a painting there, maybe. Do I want a tall one? Yeah, maybe I want a wide one. Square. Tall landscape. There we go. Oh, isn't that nice? All right. So yeah, it's versatile. Oh yeah, we can even place stuff on tables, which is pretty useful. So there's table decor here, and there's all kinds of different things. So let's put a potted plant G. Oops. Maybe not that one. Potted plant F. So you need to click and drag out to something that it can fall on top of, right? And then let go. It's all left click. So let's grab another tchotchke here. Yeah. So you just drag it on, and then it's going to find what it can sit on, right? And that goes for wall stuff, ceiling stuff. So it's left click, hold down, and when you drop it on there. So I think when the UI is in, it's going to have some sort of symbol showing that you're active, and then we're going to be dropping down on a certain spot. All right, so one of the new things in this one too was like all these, we can add all kinds of landscaping stuff now. So I've just done some trees for now, but let's go to add, and we got oak trees and pine trees so far. So let's just add. I don't want to mix up too much of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they're it's really simple to add really high quality tree assets. What kind is this? Maybe I want maybe a couple more of these. Oak tree A. Okay. Like I said, I think a duplicate system will work really good. You know. And this is all live, so we get immediate shadow um, information immediately, which is super helpful. So let's just deselect this one. So we don't have the selection on. And, you know, let's zoom out a bit here and go back to our scene. We'll do our lighting. We're just going to change the time of day. Look at that. Great. Instant visuals. Never have to wait. Overcast. It's constantly rendering. So yeah, another thing is loading and saving scenes, right? So this is huge for as you develop. I'm sure if you guys do demo, if anyone demos this, this is gonna be huge. I have collections of these saved files, and they're just text files. It's just simple as that. There is you can let's go to here save mode. So there are some 3 slots that are game runtime saves. So they're going to save while the runtime. Once the game's over, they're going to be gone. So what we can do is we kind of like this. We're not really sure yet, you know, if we're going to use this space, all right, or this space. Let's say we're maybe going to change this sofa. So let's save this slot here, and then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna start. Just maybe go to model. Model replace, and we're gonna replace it with new sofa. Where is it? Yes, sofa, and it's just gonna replace in place. You know. There's another L shape. Yeah, so we got this other L shape here. And make sure it's just put in spot. Nice spot. And I think it was a 2-tone gray. So let's go back to materials. First material. And fabric. Again, I need to include restrictions, because at this point, you could put anything on this. So use it wisely. You know, put materials that are appropriate. I don't put this, you know, a metal on this coach. I mean, you could. I could color all of this stuff in chrome if I wanted to. Why not? You know, I mean, it's up to you. That's what the freedom of this whole system is. So let's turn off move. Let's go back to save load, and let's save slot 2. Load slot 1. Slot 2. Let me see. But when you load it, you're gonna have this load. So you can just copy that, right? Select all. Control A, Control C, and then you just make a new text document, and yeah, Control V that in there, save, and this is very versatile. When I get into do another video on pixel streaming, because this will be very good for pixel streaming. This kind of data can be stored on a web page anywhere, and then you can load stuff up, right? So it's very, 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 very versatile. So let's open up another. So let's show you. So I copy pasted this old one, and I'm gonna Control A. Or I could just go whatever. I can just do Control V. But anyways, so I got that. I'm loading up this scene. A little bit different. Pretty simple. And I could save that to Flitter 3. Now load slot 1, load slot 2, load slot 3. You know, I could add more runtime saves if I wanted to. It's great, you know. Oh yeah. So I mean, there's so much possibilities. Let's change a bit of the lighting here. We're almost done the video. Just play around a bit. Certainly like all that off. This is a great scene here. I like this. Need some trees outside. So yeah, I'm really liking what's happening with it so far. It's starting to work pretty good for me. Starting to feel very comfortable using it, and as I use it, I'm you know sort of figuring out how to make some of the cool make everything work better, right? How do I make it so that it's like a really integrated system, right? And start to think about how um, uh, the UI is going to work in the future, right? I want it to always be, very, very easy to use, very simple system. I don't want it to get too complicated. I want people to feel comfortable in it and not be struggling ever, right? It's dark. Got really dark in there. Let's add a light. Let's add a light. And what? Tendant, yes. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for coming by to see my demo. And there's just so many features. There's endless possibilities. Basically, for interior design, definitely but for a lot of different design and visualization applications. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate coming by. I really want people to talk to me and engage with me. And if you want to try the demo, just send me an email and I'll send it out. And yeah, love to share with you the newest version of Designer. Thanks for coming by, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this. And I'll see you on the next one.